Hey everyone and welcome to Storytime. My name is Jake and today we are going to be looking at the subreddit r/idontworkherelady, where people tell us their best stories and when they got mistaken for being employees. If you're new around here, please do hit subscribe down below so that you never miss out on another video. But for now, let's sit back, relax and enjoy some I Don't Work Here Lady. I don't work here, but I want to. I'm a server at a local family-owned hotel, which is renowned in our community for its service and food. Just yesterday, this happened to me. I was one of two serving for a wake, a celebration of a person's life held after their funeral. This was an easy job. All we had to do was go around and pick up trash while occasionally switching out the bowl of salad dressing for a full one. As such, there were long periods without doing anything. I was standing by the door during one such period, keeping a lookout for anything that needed my help and telling the occasional guest where the bathroom or the bar was. Then comes this little girl, only about 8 or 9, holding the tongs backward so that she can't actually grab anything from the food tray. I come up beside her and gently ask if she needs any help, to which she happily agrees. I grabbed a plate and then she told me what she wanted as I served the food. She thanked me and went on her way. Cut forward about an hour. I've been away from the party doing side work behind the house. I go back in to look for any trash to pick up, which eventually leads me to the drink table. What do I see when I get there? The same little girl I helped and her friend running up to me with big bright smiles on their faces. "We've been serving everybody drinks, and we're getting tips too." I stopped working at that point. I didn't need to. They, and the 2 other kids they later roped in, had it covered. Instead, I spent the rest of the time chatting with them, giving them pointers and telling them about my job. The little girl even said that she wanted to be a server like me one day. Her friend wanted to be a lawyer. Eventually, the adults shut them down, saying that they were making a mess. I went back to cleaning and they eventually left, but not before coming up to find me and giving me the $3.33 and change that they'd collected. They told me that I deserved it for working so hard. I hardly worked because of you squirts. To little Ella and Christian, I truly hope that you find the same joy and fulfillment in your future careers that people like you bring me in mine. Lady wants me to ring up her groceries at Dunkin' Donuts. So for some context, I work at Dunkin' Donuts in my neighborhood. It is incredibly small and is also located inside a 7-Eleven convenience store, meaning that people sometimes get confused. There have been multiple occasions of people coming up to the counter and asking to pay for some toy or a chocolate bar, only for me or a coworker to tell them that this is a Dunkin' Donuts, the register for 7-Eleven is over there. Most of the customers who do this are really nice and understanding and realize their mistake and go over and pay where they are supposed to. But this post is not about that. This happened only 4 hours before I wrote this, so all of this is still fresh in my mind. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling and get on with the story. I was about 2.5 hours into my 5-hour shift, and I had just finished a large order for a well-known customer, and I had just begun to clean up the mess made from that order. While I was cleaning, I did not take a look at the counter to see if there was a customer, and I didn't realize someone was there until I heard a scoff. I turned around and I found our star attraction, who we'll call Susan, because I'm a rebel and screw Karen. Susan was waiting there clearly annoyed while looking at her phone. I got up from cleaning and I welcomed her and asked her what I could get her. To my surprise, Susan pulls out 2 cartons of milk, 3 bags of party-sized chips, a dozen cans of Coca-Cola, 1 bottle of ketchup, and about 4 more items, and puts them on the counter. Keep in mind, the main counter is fairly small, so she basically took up all the room with her groceries. I looked up at her. She looked at me, and then she said, "Why are you standing there? Ring me up. I have to get home and make dinner." I stood there and processed the situation for a bit, and then I came out with the words, "Oh, sorry, this isn't the 7-Eleven register, this is a Dunkin' Donuts. The register for 7-Eleven is over there." And I pointed to the register. She looks, doesn't even glance up from her phone, instead muttering the phrase, "I don't want to carry all this over there. Why can't you just ring them up? You're right here." At this point, I was getting a bit frustrated as a line began to form behind her, and I needed to get actual customers. "I can't ring these up, ma'am. the machines don't register the items you have. If you'd like, I can help you carry them over to the register." She looks at me with a glare, and then yells, "That's BS! You work inside of a 7-Eleven, so of course this system is the same one over there, meaning that you can ring me up. Stop being lazy and do it." Then, everything clicked. She thought that the 7-Eleven owned the Dunkin' Donuts, and that I still rung up because they used the same system. So, I fired back. "Ma'am, I do not work for the 7-Eleven over there. I was hired by a different company and I'm under a different contract. We also have different systems than the store over there, so I still can't ring you up." Susan is getting angrier, and we begin to attract a crowd, including the cashier, who yells over to her, "I can take you over here." Susan glares over at her, and then barks, "Don't tell me what to do. He has to ring me up because I'm not moving all of these over there. Your co-worker is being incredibly lazy and shouldn't even work here. Let me speak to your manager." How predictable. Now, the funny thing about the cashier is that she is a manager in training, and she was the only person working at the time, so technically, she was the manager. Cashier yells back, "I am the manager, and I can tell you that he doesn't work for me or 7-Eleven. I am going to have to ask you to leave and to stop harassing other employees." Susan was seething, but gave up and left. And just as she left, she shouted, "Well, I guess my family is gonna starve tonight. Thanks." Once she left, the cashier came over to me and helped me move all of the groceries she left back to their aisles. I didn't see her for the rest of the day, and I honestly hope that I never see her again and that she learned her lesson. She probably won't. I love how Susan says, "Well, I guess my family is going to starve," but if she's feeding them nothing but chips, milk and ketchup, it's safe to bet that they're probably already malnourished. I don't work here, and these aren't my kids. So some backstory. My cousin has 7 kids, and on occasion, my mum, dad, and I would take the kids out for a weekend. We usually make breakfast, go see a movie and whatnot. The oldest is 14, and the youngest is 3. I'm 23, but I'm 5'2" and fluffy with the face of a 16-year-old. Here's the cast. CL, crazy lady, Nana, little cousin 4, J, other little cousin 3, M, manager, me. My mum sent me to Walmart one morning to get some supplies for breakfast. Most of the kids were asleep still, except for J and Nana. Nana was attached to me since her and her sister were the only girls out of the 7. She wanted to come. J also wanted to come too. He tends to copy Nana and she doesn't mind. I load the kids in the car and we head out. My keys are on a Team Mystic lanyard and I usually wear them around my neck. I put the kids in the car and we start shopping. While I was browsing through the bacon, Nana started to get fidgety, so I let her out of the car. Jay started whining as he wanted out too. I set them down but made them hold onto the car. "Excuse me?" I look up and look around and crazy lady is waving. I don't know her and I assume she was maybe talking to someone else. I go back to shopping with both kids hanging onto the car. "Excuse me?" I thought it was odd that she was screaming now, but I paid it no mind. My phone rings and I answer it. My mum is talking to me in Spanish. Knowing that means all of the kids are awake and she tells me to buy some cookies. I respond back in Spanish and hang up. Getting all of the breakfast stuff, I head to the snack aisle. I reach for the cookies and both tots see this. They start squealing and singing, "Cookies, cookies, cookies!" I shush them both. Only good kids get cookies, and you guys are screaming too loud in the store. "I be good, Momo, I be good. Me too, me too." Alright then. The kids hang on and we start to head to the register. "Hey, you!" Nana points to the lady behind me. "Momo, that lady wants you." "I'm sorry, miss, were you talking to me?" Crazy lady, who looks very irritated. "Yes, I'm talking to you. I was trying to flag you down earlier and you picked up your cell phone and kept walking." "I'm sorry, but I don't know you and the call was important." "Answering your phone while at work? So unprofessional. Bringing your kids to work is also unprofessional. Now, tell me, where are your bath bombs?" "I don't work here. These are my cousins. I assume the bath bombs are near the body wash and stuff. Don't lie to me, you are wearing a lanyard. Yes, because my car keys and house key is on it. You are just being lazy. I'm serious, I don't work here. Momo, I'm hungry. Me, looking at the kids and grabbing my cart, I start walking away. Seriously? You are walking away again? I don't work here. Go look for the people with the vests on. We get to the register and the kids are watching the lady scan our items. Nana grabs the bags and puts them in the cart while I help Jay pay for the food. We see the crazy lady at the customer service desk screaming. She's pointing to me and the kids. The manager says something that just shuts her down. She looks back at me and the kids and walks away. The manager then approaches me and the kids. Ma'am, I wanted to apologize. The crazy lady was complaining about how you were unprofessional. I told her you don't work here. She apologized. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for shopping at Walmart. Did Walmart employees ever wear lanyards? 'Cause I don't remember if they ever did. Is it seriously just that hard to say, oh, okay, when someone says, I don't work here? Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a really good day and that you enjoyed that video. If you want to check out some other videos, then click on screen right now or check out the playlist down below. If you liked that video, then please do leave a like on it and subscribe if you aren't already. But thank you so much for watching and I will see you very soon.